Hi, everybody. It's Andra Annette, and I'm with fellow co-author CJ Boyd. She's an abundance ambassador and queen by design. And here's Cathy. Hi,
Hello.
Cathy.
Hi. Thank you so much for having me this morning. I'm super excited.
I am so glad that you're here. I've been trying to get with all the authors. This has been an amazing experience. Can you tell me what this has been like for you?
Well, for me personally, I've always wanted to be a published author. I've always wanted to have a book in my hand and my name on the cover because when I was a little girl, that was my escape from life. My escape was going and reading books and transporting myself out of the crappy home life I was experiencing into pretending I was someone else and being a different character. And this experience has really just brought home how important dreaming is and how important to continue to dream no matter what you come across in your life, no matter what circumstance you find yourself in, to still continue to dream and figure out what you really want to do and experience you want to have and just go for it.
It's amazing how much we're all so similar. We're from different parts of the world, but that was me when I was a little girl. I felt like I escaped into those books. So I so identify with that. Um, so tell me what it's like to now be a best-selling author.
It's kind of surreal, to be honest. It's crazy because I was like, oh, I'm gonna write this book, and then we're like, but I can have it so I can show people that I'm an author. But just the opportunities and the possibilities that are coming forth to me, people reaching out to me when they're like watching our posts and they're seeing this happen, and the fact that we went bestseller in 5 different categories in less than 24 hours of the links being live, it's been crazy, and it's kind of like I have to pinch myself, and I constantly find myself going, babe, I'm a best-selling author. He's kind of like, yeah, I know, I hear you. I feel like it's an experience that hasn't really landed yet. I mean, I know it in my head, I know it, but it's one of those things until I have the actual book in my hand and, I get to read through everybody's chapters and my own included. That's when it will be real. When I have that book in my hand and I can sit down and like just devour it, that's when it will land for me.
For me, it's like my heart is racing. I can't believe it's a reality. I could feel my heart in my chest. And when I saw the message this morning, I was like, oh my God, really? And then
Right?
I started sending that to everybody I know. Everybody's going to be like, what is this girl doing? I'm just so overwhelmed, by the excitement. I didn't think something like this, first of all, that I could do it, but it came into my life at such a time when I really needed something to say, you know what, you can do this. Because I was in a place where I was like, can I do this with this business, with working? I told you I'm at work now. Someone's going to
Yep.
barge in. I know it. But I've met all of you amazing women. Tell me a little bit about your business, though, too. Who Cathy Boyd is.
Okay, well, if you'd asked me this like 6 months ago, I would have said, I'm just a wife, I'm just a mom, I'm just a cafe owner who shut down during pandemic. But now I feel like I am just CJ, the badass warrior, confident, unstoppable woman that can do absolutely anything I put my mind to. And my business is basically helping other women pivot from the idea that they just have to settle for anything in their life, be it a relationship, a job, a marriage, whatever it is, that they can choose to do something different, and everything that they need is within them. It's just honestly the first step is making the decision that you're worth it. And I know a lot of women struggle with that. So my business is workshops to teach women how to build their personal brand. And first thing that we do is go through their limiting beliefs of why do they feel that they can't have something better? Why do they feel like they're stuck in this place where they are? And to just give them tools to step out of that, because sometimes other women, they just need to hear it from someone else. We see a lot of ourselves in every single woman that we talk to. And when I see powerful women, I'm like, oh my God, I'm starstruck and she's this. And then it's like, you have to stop and realize that everything that you see in another woman, you have deep inside of yourself. And so my goal is to just pull that out of women, to just give them that little seed of hope, to help them step into that self-belief. And I always tell my women that I coach, I believe in you until you believe in you. That's my
I
job.
love that. I love that. I love that because we, as coaches, we do hold space for them, and help them get across that bridge. So I love that. And I love that you're doing that. And I think putting this book in people's hands is going to send that message to so many women, you know, because I think all of us at one point in our life, you at 52, well, me at 55, felt like maybe I wasn't enough. And this has shown me that I really do anything I set my mind to. So I'm really hoping to embrace other women on that journey too, and really send that message to them, because I think it's so important. So if you could
Absolutely.
tell women anything, what would you tell them?
I think what I would tell them is to just really own your power, that every single thing that you do begins with a choice that you make for yourself. And, as women, we often are the caretaker, the wife, the mom, the, people pleaser, the doing everything behind the scenes to make sure everybody else has everything they need. But we often forget that we're the most important person in our life. And if we're not filling our cup and doing things that are just for us, we can't give 110% to everybody else if we're coming from an empty space. So I think the most important thing I would be is to just really take the time to sit with yourself and figure out, what is holding you back, where those beliefs came from, because a lot of times it's just stuff that we grew up with, that we were told as children, or that our parents or grandparents or teachers or whomever, was the person in charge, told us, and we started believing those. And I think for most people, women especially, it's like they have to dig deep and figure out where those came from, and like, oh yeah, I was told that, I just believe that, and it's a story I started telling myself. It's not really true for me. So I think sitting and just getting out of your head and connecting with your heart space, and just really honoring all the pieces of you. There are pieces of me that I tried to hide. It's like, the thing you put in your underwear drawer, because nobody's gonna open that underwear drawer,
I
nobody's gonna
love that.
see it. It's those things. Open up that drawer and dig through all the stuff and really own those pieces, because those pieces, whether you label them as good, bad, ugly, whatever, those pieces all made you who you are today. And those pieces are also strength of who you're to become.
I love that. I love that. So I'm going to pop your links and everything underneath this talk as well, because I really I think you're a very powerful woman. I'm so proud of you. And I love what you're doing and how you're representing other women out there. So I want them to be able to reach you when this does air, because this is just us talking. But I'm so excited to be on this journey with you and to represent She Rises Studios. They've given me so much, and so many women out there are really going to be so empowered by this book. So I want to thank you for joining me today. I'm going to shut off the record, but please hang out for a second, okay?
Absolutely. Thank you so much.